Okay, welcome everyone to part 2A of the musical alphabet. So 2A is basically the exercise that I want you to do for guitar. Now, just to briefly tell you what's happening over here, you will notice that there's a table over here, and each table has a numbered column: 0, which is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and so on. So what's happening over here is that each of these rows over here depict a certain string. So this one over here, this part of the table, is where you find your thickest string. Now, if you take your guitar and you put it on your lap, okay, it should look like it's upside down according to you, okay, with the thickest string on your guitar being closest to you, then the second thickest, third thickest, and carrying on until you get to the other side. So that's how it should look to you. All right, now if you take a look at these six strings have specific names that we need to look at, and you'll see that in the first column over here I have put letters of the alphabet. Now in part 1 we spoke about the musical alphabet, and that's what I've done over here. And these might look random to you, but these are actually the string names. Now when we speak about string names, we're talking about if you had to take your right hand and vibrate the thickest string, for example, it has a specific pitch, and that pitch is basically the name of the string. So if you had to vibrate it with your right hand, it would give you the E note. Okay, so we call the first string the E string. Okay, then the second string, if you are going up, if you're looking at it upside down, will be the A string. All right, and that's basically the string name for the second string. Then the third string will be the D string. All right, the fourth string would be the G string, B string, and then you'll see that it's the E string again. However, if you just pluck the thickest string, the one closest to you, you'll hear that it has specific pitch. Now if you now play the other E string, now you'll hear that they sound different to each other, and that's because that the thickest string is playing at a lower pitch to the E string. So they have the same string name, but they're different pitches, or octaves, as we'll look at in later lessons. Now you'll see that this column has a 0 underneath. Now that means that you do not put your finger over there. That's basically, if you take a look at your guitar, and hopefully you went through the lesson that speaks about the different parts of your guitar. This part over here would depict the other side of the guitar nut. So on your fretboard, you should see that piece of plastic that the string is being held at. This line over here would be your guitar nut. That makes the next line over here the first fret, the metal part on the fretboard, and then the second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and you'll see the numbers over here. So this number 1 would be the first fret position, the second fret position, third fret, fourth fret, all the way up to the 12th fret. Now you'll also see that at the 12th fret you'll see the same letters. Now what that means is when you're going all the way up, eventually you're going to have to restart the alphabet again. Remember, in the previous lesson part 1, I said that the musical alphabet goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the in-betweeners, which we'll look at now. Now when it comes to working this out, you'll need to focus on what each note would be if you had to put your finger, say, on the first fret over there, and you fret that finger. It will change the pitch which would mean that it's a different note that the E string will be playing. So, for example, let's take a look at the A string first. Now, the reason why I want to do the A string first is I want you to basically see a reference between part 1 and part 2 in this one. So when we look at this and then we fret, the next letter that we have will be A sharp. Okay. Then the next one will be B. Okay. Now you'll see that it's ascending up when we talk about it. So we say A sharp, B, and what will the next letter be if we're going up in the trend and we're using all 12 letters of the musical alphabet? Okay, if you said B sharp, you'd be incorrect. Remember our golden rule. Our golden rule says that between B and C and E and F, there are no sharps or flats. So it'll be A sharp, B, C. Okay, so no B sharp, it'll be classified as C. Right, then in the next one, after we get C, we get, that's right, C sharp. And then we move up from C sharp to D. I'm just going to move a little bit faster. D sharp, E sharp. No, not E sharp. It'll be F sharp, G sharp, and then we start again A. So a good point would be to see if I did it incorrectly, it would not line up with this 12th fret over here. On your guitar, you will also see that there are certain dots at specific fret locations, with the 12th fret over there having 2 white dots over there, and that is usually where it shows you that you start again. All right, so for this homework, what you need to do is you need to draw this out for yourself. All right, take out a piece of line paper, draw a table like this, and then practice. So you'll start with this one, which is the easiest because it goes A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. All right, now with regards to the rest of them, that's quite easy. All you have to do is start ascending from that letter. So if I had to take D, okay, what would be the next letter after that? If you said D sharp, you'd be correct, and then E, F, and then so on. So what I want you to do is draw this table out and practice this for yourself. Now, not only are you going to practice ascending from this way using sharps, you're going to practice it descending as well using flats. So you're going to look at it both ways. This way to this way using sharps, this way to that way using flats. So you need to draw this diagram out twice for yourself. And don't worry about neatness. It's not about neatness. It's about remembering or getting your head around ascending in musical alphabetical order and descending in musical alphabetical order as well. All right, so this is part 2A, and this is the exercise that I need you to do. So have fun with it and practice it until next we chat. Enjoy the rest of your day.